Hi everyone, it's Diane K. Brennan here at the Druidess's Den, and today we are at the 8s in Cartomancy already. Like, wow, we're really progressing well. Interesting, because that's what the 8s are about, is progression. And today we are using the Anima Tarot de Marseille, which I just got, and soaped, by the way. This deck clumps. It's glossy, but it's glossy in a sticky way, and I couldn't take the clumping, so I soaked it. And the Animal Crossing playing cards. By the way, if you want to know how I did that, I do have a video, and I can plug it into the description box if I remember. But it's on my channel about soaping a deck. It's actually really simple and easy to do. You can sit there and do it while you're watching TV or something. Anyway. So the 8s are about rewards, progress, thoughts, communication, groups of people, sharing, negotiations. In the diamonds and coins, this is your thoughts about money. It can be financial planning, budgeting, accounting, discussing money, making your money work for you. Think about that shape of the lemniscate, the eternal figure 8, right? Making your money work for you. Money out, money in, money out, money in. It can be good news about money because, again, it's money communication, right? It can be using electronics for communication because the coins are about electronics and the 8s are about communication. So this is your social media, this is emails, this is your cell phone. And it's also gossip because it's like a group or about like communication spreading or progress of communication, right? And so one of the progressions of a communication can be gossip or rumors spreading. And if it's paired with spades, oh, did I say it can be good news about money too? Yes, I did say that. I've had to redo this video a couple of times due to interruptions between the dog and the phone. And I don't stop and then stitch things together. I start over. And then holding your tongue when it's paired with spades. Which, like, I was raised that way. My father never talked about money and how much he made. So we didn't discuss that in my household. When we get to the hearts and cups, we have thinking about loved ones, thinking about love, emotional thoughts, which that's all emotions are anyway, is thoughts. So if you're upset about something, all you have to do is change how you're thinking about it and your emotions will change. Life hack. It can be a group of people celebrating, so a party, a wedding, bar mitzvah, birthday party, wedding reception, a social club, going to the bar, having several drinks, like flirting a lot or drinking a lot, pillow talk. And again, think about the lemniscate. This can be an emotional roller coaster. And I'm going to say, especially, again, if like paired with, say, a mixture of positive and negative cards, then you're seeing somebody who might be going up and down emotionally. If this is in between, say, the positive and the negative cards, no matter which side each one is to. In the batons and clubs, you have thoughts about your work or career. You have thoughts about your practical matters or practical goals, or just your goals in general, since, again, clubs is your practical matters or is your goals. This can be job interviews, business meetings, work groups, shop talk, and conferences. It can be corporations, organizations, companies, because again, a large group of work people that gather, right? Can also mean that things are in order. See the stacking of the sticks or the stacking of these clubs. Things are in order, but no action is happening because we're at the 8. So we're kind of staying stuck, like we're not getting anywhere. Again, kind of on that roller coaster, right? You feel like you're making effort, but you're not getting anywhere. That can be here in the 8 of clubs or batons. And it can also be a table or a bench. Wood, trees, several of them together, and a place where people gather. The spades or swords. This is your negative thoughts, depression, oppression, ongoing or group arguments, thoughts about negative matters. Again, gossip and rumors, because those spread around through groups. So especially if you have these 2 8s together, you probably really have like really negative gossip or rumors, like backstabbing kind of stuff going on, right? War, an angry mob, gangs, gang violence. Can also be poison arrows, accusations, shouting, not making yourself clear, or the other interesting group this falls into, because this is the suit of magic, is a coven of witches. Remember that in medieval times, when the tarot was developed and playing cards really were developed for use for fortune telling rather than just gaming and gambling, that would have been considered a negative thing. Black magic, right? So that's why it falls into the spades. Now I just kind of put magic in here, period. So that is your 8s. I also, I've seen this come up as building blocks in relationships. I've seen the 8 of coins come up as you're building that foundation of trust. It's a building block of this. And for some reason, this comes up instead of the cups. And I think it's because that building is based on communication, which falls into the coins. And also, those things that you both enjoy together, your passions, because it's the fire suit. I had this come up in one reading for a woman who was asking about how she could best organize the kitchen she was remodeling in her bakery. And when I saw this, I suggested workstations that were where people would be back to back of each other. So the counters would face one counter this way, one counter this way. And these would be the people standing there working at them. And she said, that was one of the things I was thinking about. So thank you for confirming that. Because that's how I saw that card in that reading, was as that organization of making those stations like that, so that things went along almost like assembly line fashion. I'm going to think of Subway if you're in the United States. I don't know if you guys have Subway in other countries, but anyway, and how they do that. So that's what I was seeing with her bakery. And so it was nice to validate that was kind of the thing that she was really thinking about doing, but she wondered if it was the best. So that is the 8s for today. I am going to be doing a walkthrough or flip through at least, of the Anima Tarot de Marseille, because you don't see this one a lot, and it's a real cutie. And I'm impressed by the animals chosen, so I'm going to go over that. I'll focus mostly on the majors and the courts, because that's where all the animals are. The pips are standard. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Stick around. Once we get to the 10s and move into the courts, we're going to be just grouping the courts. Obviously, I will be doing just the tarot for the nights. And then after the courts, I'll be doing groups of the majors, probably just 3 sets of 7. And then, well, 1 of 8 because of the Fool card. And then we will move into starting to do some 3-card readings, some with tarot, some with playing cards. When I do the tarot ones, I will use the full pack, and I will be building up from a 3-card. We'll be building up to different size spreads, different ways of using the cards, including a really couple of cool new methods that I've come across recently. These are newly being developed, actually, by a YouTuber named Manifestopheles. So I'm going to be working to learn these, and then I will share them with you. So, because it'll be part of my experimentation is to do some on here. I'll put a link to Manifestopheles' channel under the description, or in the description box as well. If you're into Cartomancy, you got to check him out. Much love, many, many blessings. Have a beautiful day. Peace out.